taken their time out of their busy schedules and attended this. Also, I would like to congratulate MLSME team for such a wonderful initiative of really getting their customers regularly and trying to share stories of successful entrepreneurs. So I think so. Let's begin. So I would like to invite Mr. Philippe on stage. Okay, so to introduce him, I would like to, keep the perspective. So we have one person here basically who was a merchandiser with the company. His father had a cafeteria and he had big dreams and a big vision. And from there, now he's planning to launch a global brand. So I think, so this is going to be a very interesting interactive session with Mr. Philly. So sir, to begin with, how did you get the name Philly?
Philly is the name, so it's my school name, which had a group of friends. So in the school, so we call it each other the name Philly. So that's the name about Philly. So we had a group of friends circle.
So a couple of close friends and they decided to call you Philly.
Right.
And then you took it seriously. And you said, let's create a brand under that name.
No, we never thought that I could create a brand for the Philly. So I came up to Dubai. So I was working in the FMCG under one brand, international brand, as a merchandiser. So I never thought of, okay, I could have opened a tea company. So I could have put this name Philly in the trade name. I never thought that. Alhamdulillah, but slowly, gradually, so I was working for this company, right? I stayed in Dera. So where the parking is a big problem. So every day mobile is getting. So then thought to move that. My father had a small cafeteria in Mamsar. I thought to move to that accommodation. So then there is no problem with the Mukhalif and all. So Alhamdulillah, I start staying there. And even I helped them. There is small cafeteria for my father. So the business is very slow. Even my father dropped that shop and left to India, back to India. Then thought that okay, so they initially, so for the market, I have a car, right? So I used to get the stuff from the market for their use. So it's slowly, almost 3 months, 4 months, I helped them to take the stuff to the market. Then Alhamdulillah, then thought that okay, sure, why not take that shop and for me itself. Then I spoke to my father. So can I take the shop? So then I can run the shop. He asked me that, oh, are you aware to run the shop? That time I was only 21 years old. So then I said, okay, I can. So now already 3 months I'm taking the stuff from the market and helping them. Then okay, he said, okay, no problem. Then I took that shop, then I put the name Philly on the signboard, then for it was Azumala cafeteria. Still, it's a small cafeteria, so I keep it like that, even I cannot taste for the interior because it's the busiest store until now. We are serving 3,000, 4,000, even the weekend 5,000 cups a day. So we cannot even test for interior. So it is lying as existing the same the last 13 years back. So Alhamdulillah. So then I took the shop, I started the Philly recipe. So then I made this tea. So then in Mamsar at that time, so no one is gathering in Mamsar area. The coverage is not like nowadays. It is completely slow moving and there is no traffic like now. So Alhamdulillah, then I made this tea and the drivers are there. It's a rich area, Mamsar. So it's the surrounding, all the officials staying, even Sheikh Hamdan, designer Sheikh Hamdan, White House is there. So Alhamdulillah, so then there are many drivers on that palace. So I made this tea and asked them to taste this tea. Then they said it's quite good. So mashallah. Then thought to that implement to the customers.
Okay, so now you took a cafeteria, right? And then you decided to have a special tea.
Right.
Because I think the big idea in your endeavor is the tea,
Right.
right?
Right.
So how did you decide that I need a special tea?
No, it's an accident. So I never thought to make this kind of tea. I made a own tea. Alhamdulillah, so the recipe I made that time. So Alhamdulillah, it's good grace. I don't praise myself. Alhamdulillah, it's good grace. Alhamdulillah. So that's the reason we serve 40,000 cups a day nowadays.
Okay, so again, coming back to your tea,
Right.
did you get this recipe by researching that, okay, this is the tea which is like famous? Because you are kind of planning to take on Starbucks, for example,
Right,
right?
right, right.
So, did you do a research about what people will like, or what should be the combination? Because I think it's your secret formula, right?
Right, right.
So, how did you come about this? That this is the tea I want to make? Because I think this is a defining thing in your entire business plan.
Yeah, but as I said, it is not planned. So I made this tea, the taste very good for the customers. I start promoting this tea. That time there was no saffron tea. I started filling tea. I named called the filling tea. Then later stage, after a month times, I made the saffron tea. So it's because add value and even the sales comes bigger, alhamdulillah, because that time the people are selling the tea for 50 rupees. Then I start to sell this tea for 1 dirham. Then alhamdulillah, people taste and even the local taste, they scared to drink this tea.
Okay.
How come you bring this kind of taste to the tea? So you're putting something to the tea or something like that. I thought it's a normal tea. Then alhamdulillah, I promote that tea slowly. That time I do sampling for a month, 1.5 months. So people who taste, they keep coming. And people, they are not aware of the tea, I do sampling. So alhamdulillah, the sampling, make them keep coming again. Then after 1.5 month time, I made saffron on that, adding saffron on the same tea, and I used to sell it for 2 dirham. And people, the same customer, I asked them to try the new innovation with saffron tea. Then I add saffron on the same tea, but it tastes different as well. The smell and obviously saffron, you know that. Alhamdulillah, people like the saffron tea. Then they forget about the Philly tea. They start drinking Philly saffron tea. Alhamdulillah. So then Alhamdulillah, so gradually the business goes up. So Alhamdulillah, it's quite well good doing. So I want to take this to some other level. So is equal to international brand. So Alhamdulillah.
So what I see here is you had a concept, right? You believed in the concept, but you didn't have a marketing plan, right? What you did was, by the way, when you took this particular place, did you have spare money to run this place, or you had very limited budget and you just believed in your vision?
Yeah, at that time I could say that even I didn't have a budget or anything. I used to take money from even credit card as well to the fit at that time. So there was no money. And even there was no money to pump for the marketing as well. It is word of mouth so far here. So people who taste the first sip of tea then keep coming and they bring they're making their network. So if he comes today, you come, then you are bringing your friend tomorrow, then he brings someone tomorrow. So alhamdulillah, so far here for the networking from the loyal customer.
Excellent. So basically what you did was just sampling your tea to the people around there, and then they love your tea, and then they started coming back. Now secondly, why tea? Why not a lemonade? Because this is a hot place. Why not a cold drink or a coffee? Why did you decide that I will go for a tea?
Now see, that's what I say. I made this tea, but alhamdulillah, the taste pretty well, and people are tasting as well, and keep coming there. Then I never thought of the second subject. Should we add something on the menu, lemonade, or mojito, something like that? So alhamdulillah, I stick with that product. So I do promoting that. Alhamdulillah, then the loyal customer makes me very happy, and they makes the good network for this brand. Alhamdulillah. So I never do marketing. I don't pump the money to marketing, even we don't have that much of fund to promote. Rather be opening more stores to achieve 100 stores next 4 years time anyway.
So what I see is basically you are all about fashion, you believed in your idea, and you started on a very shoestring budget, and you made sure that the customers loved what you did. Right? Now this happened in Ramzan, so you started becoming popular, and I know that on weekends nowadays, the number of people you have is unlimited, right? So it has become like a hangout destination. So from Mamza, then what was your next step? Where did you?
Yeah, so when I started, the business pump up gradually. It takes years to make what I expected. So Alhamdulillah, from Mamza to the second store, it's a Mankul. It's a familiar store, everyone knows Mankul. So it takes 4 years to open that store. Even I don't have any idea to how to open that. And even I was looking for a store to open this branch of. So at that time, so Alhamdulillah, so we can tell that okay, how the car driver sitting in first class. The same feeling I got when I opening a second store in Mankul, where to the Mamza, the first store. Alhamdulillah, so it's I won that bid from the international brands. So we're participating, I mean Starbucks, Gloria Jeans, and everyone were there on that bid. But Alhamdulillah, God grace, I won that bid. Even it was struggle for me to open this store because even I won that and people know about it and it's a library building. They don't know what is filling. Then when I won that, okay, they got the information, filling is a small cafeteria in Mamza. How to open this big store? Then it was a big challenge for me from the officials and everything. So because I won from the Starbucks and Gloria Jeans. So Alhamdulillah, it was a challenge to open a big store in the and the capital investment is very big. So Alhamdulillah, I managed to open that because I had 4 years, I saved my money to open the second store. Alhamdulillah, by God grace, Alhamdulillah, I got a good spot and good location, open the second store in Mankul.
How did you win the bid against these international players? What was so different in your pitching process or bidding process that they said, "Why? Let's try this guy," rather than an established brand like a Starbucks or any other brand?
No, that time this is that it's a bid is closed bid, not it's open bid. So it's rewritten and just place it. So it's a closed one. So Alhamdulillah, we won that, and even this bid it's government bid. So that time I studied that this bid always taking international brand and they are bidding very small amount. And even I didn't bid big amount because if I won then I could not manage that. Even I bid that little higher, but after God grace I won that bid.
Okay, so coming back to the point, because I know that when you are participating in government tenders, right, it's a sealed envelope, right? So did you invest a lot of money in the presentation? Did you have an idea that you are about to create a brand called Philly? Or you just said that, okay, this looks like a good place and let me try something out. And then my tea is famous maybe because some people, the local people from Mamza who might be working there might be knowing you. And that's why perhaps you got it. So was it your presentation, were you like aware that you are creating a brand or you just wanted to take up another place?
No, that time they will ask for the presentation. We have to take the bid paper. We have to pay something and get the bid paper. At that time, it is almost 9 years back. That time they didn't ask for the presentation or something like that. Once we won that, they studied about me. Then said, okay, it won't work here. It won't work here. So Alhamdulillah, so then I made that, okay, then I made the presentation. This is my plan is to operate this store. So this type of people we are bringing that. So then they happy that then every point which I am making, even the signboard also, they said, okay, you have to get everything pre-approved from our side. So then only we do that. So because I am nothing that time. So Alhamdulillah, even they helped me a lot to make it creating a good brand. Even Dubai government helped me. We can say that Dubai municipality, they helped me a lot to make this brand successful.
I think the whole idea was they just wanted your tea to be served there. I think that must be the, that was, I think, the focal point. That they said that this tea is fantastic. Maybe if you give him a chance.
So they thought even they have other way around also. Even they are my customer. They try this tea. But from this store to this level, it is only 200 square feet. This is 1,500 square feet. And even never thought that okay, I could spend this much of money in my pocket. So Alhamdulillah, so they helped me a lot to make this brand into that the mode of the look and ambience to create. And even I made that interior. First of all, it's AK Resigno. They are the beginning, and I am the beginning. So that time, so even this brand is people are aware of this AK Resigno. Then I said,
Is this from which country, this particular
no, I started with AK Resigno. All the stores are doing by Plural. It's a Canadian brand.
Okay.
So now it's doing by Plural. At the beginning stage, I introduced AK Resigno to the government official. Then impressed, okay, his work and everything. Then they're quite happy to go ahead with this team. Alhamdulillah, that's the reason.
Okay, now I see a transformation right here because I've been to that place. So from a cafeteria to like a lounge, right, where people are coming there and it's always busy as well. So was that your idea to make it like a lounge kind of thing, or you wanted something like McDonald's where you come, you pick up your tea, maybe there is some place to sit, people have their tea and go. So what was your idea that when you created this particular outlet?
No, creating outlet that I said because I got the goods store, I mean the goods square feet store. Then obviously we have to do that according to that location. It's next to me is the library, public library. So there is everything is there. So then we made of the creating a store like a lounge, little cozy and all. So this makes me. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now, so you had a beautiful lounge, people started coming in.
Yeah.
What about the menus? Like, did you add menus from the tea to like sandwiches and other stuff? Or so what was your vision when you started this particular lounge?
See, that time, so my menu was, I just edit the menu from the first store. So the menu, I added a lot to the menu. So even the milkshakes are there, all the sandwiches, burgers are there, and even everything is there, even the iced tea and everything. But still 70% income comes from the tea only.
Yes, yeah, that's your strong
the
point.
USP,
Yes, excellent. So from the Mankul place, now let's again fast forward a bit. So what was like the third and the fourth place?
Then it got rapid expansion. Alhamdulillah, so then Alhamdulillah, I'm making money a lot from selling this tea. So even the second store got opened, even the sale was good. So then Alhamdulillah, so make money coming generating, then open third, fourth store in the same year. So then got rapid expansion after that.
So you got the momentum after the second big break.
Right.
But now, suddenly when you see, I've seen entrepreneurs who become successful, right, to really grow rapidly, you require to create a certain brand, right? And you have to put certain policies in place, certain, the way your management team will function, policies, procedures, standard operating procedures, etc. But with your background as a merchandiser, how did you manage to do this particular?
See, my company, we can say that it's all happened last 2-3 years back. Until then, I was the one who working under my brand, so support to my staff, even the customers who creating a menu, branding, everything. So even I have a friend, so Mr. Ashraf, so he support me in the besides to make the branding very well. So he was doing for the, he's not a full-time work for Philly. So he's start doing supporting from the where he was working some other firm. Later on now he's moved to Philly, So Alhamdulillah, so this is the reason. So
okay. Now if I have to define Philly as a brand, why should I come to Philly? Or if I want to be your franchisee, why do you think I should come to Philly or invest in Philly? What are the top 5 reasons what you see that your brand it is so distinguished from others?
See, first of all, my product, the USP is my tea, so Zafran tea, and even I show them. So who coming for the franchising, but we never thought to give the franchising UAE. So we already given the franchising for some other brand, international brand. Everyone behind of the coffee, so we made the tea into that international brand. So Alhamdulillah, so this is the main reason for the franchisee to attract the franchisee for their countries as well.
Now, 2 things. When you select a franchisee, right, do you select like a guy who's very rich, or you select someone like you, who perhaps didn't have a lot of money, but has a lot of passion? Whom do you select?
Our aim to create a entrepreneurship. So we don't give franchising to the big fish. So they are ready to invest and they are ready to run this shop pretty well. But we are aimed to create entrepreneurship. So who have the passion to work for the brand and all. And plus they're little sounded. So after all, we 100% sure that it will run in any market. Even GCC is quite easy. In India is very easy. In the Pakistan is very easy. Only the market which is little problem in, we feel that it's Europe market and UK market. And still, alhamdulillah, we are getting a very good franchise inquiry from the UK market, and they plan to open the they are planning to sign for the master franchising. So still, we hope that okay, we could achieve what we are aiming.
Okay, now you are all over, I think UAE, right? You have many stores.
Right.
If you look at your customers,
Right.
what is the profile of customers? What is the nationality like? Do you think you're preferred by Asians more, or Europeans, or nationals? What is the profile mix you have?
So nowadays, my customers are the multinational customers. So before there was stick in the 3-4 month nationality. Now once the tea taste goes to the new nationality, I mean even Filipinos very addict with the tea, and even Chinese people now addict with my tea, even as well, even the Goras. So they are all addicted to tea because they never thought that what is tea. They know the green tea and the black tea. So alhamdulillah, this mixture of the tea works well.
So you're making everybody addicted now with your tea.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Okay, now coming back, so you have one outlet in Mirdif and you have one in Mamza, right? How do I know that your tea will taste the same in both places?
So
How do you manage your quality control? Because you said that your formula is a secret formula.
Right.
So then how do you manage that quality
We
control?
are following the SOP, standard operating procedure, so to create a consistency and the quality remain same old store. So we are following the SOP pretty well. So there is no way to change the taste or quality from one store to different store. So we manage that 100%.
I also felt, because typically what I've seen is when you have branded stores,
Right.
like McDonald's for example, they look the same everywhere.
Right.
But your stores, every store is a little bit different.
Right.
So can you tell us why? Because your branding guys will tell you,
Right.
or marketing team, right? They might be telling, sir, you cannot do this because it is against our brand guidelines. And people are a bit finicky about brand guidelines. But I've seen that when I see your different Philly stores, I know that I'm going to that field.
Right.
But every store looks a little bit different.
Right.
So what is the philosophy behind that, rather than standardizing every place?
So we don't want to standardize that. So even the making this standardized, even I feel that giving the chance to fed up about the brand to the customer. So they need the look and feel, and the ambience should be different from one store to another store. So even my own idea to create stores, one store to another store, look and feel should be the 100% or 80% or 50% should not be matched from the other store. So this is the reason. So I want to keep that for the customers to be whoa. So we are spending a lot. Even we have the stores even 200 square feet and the biggest store as well. So we cannot even keep the same look and feel all stores. It's a different.
Okay. Now, how many staff you have totally in all your stores?
So we have 200 plus staff.
And how do you manage to make sure that even your service delivery is at par everywhere?
So now we have the strong management. So we made a strong management. They are following the whole that. So and even sometimes I interact with my staff from the ground level to the top. So alhamdulillah, so if they are happy about working for freely and because they are getting future as well. So where they are started, they are not like that. So they know that really creating the good platform for them because rapid expansion and all. And we are making them from even the steward to supervisor, then store manager, then area manager. We are giving the opportunity, then they work for the brand very well.
Okay, now when people are working for you, right, are you building some kind of a culture? Like, every brand has to have some kind of a culture for it to flourish.
Okay.
So how do you make sure that your team is kind of motivated and they're always excited to serve your customers?
So culture means okay. So I didn't get what you exactly mean. So the customers are different nationality, but when we serve to the customer, the look and feel for the if you are coming from Indian sector and the locals are coming, the Emirati. So they know how to serve according to the culture and all.
So I think for lack of time now, I'd just like to ask in the audience if you have any questions for him. Anybody would like to ask any questions?
Well, first of all, thank you for coming by, and a pleasure to actually hear your thoughts. One question I have all through, I'm thinking about how you can take Phillies to the next level. Because, in terms of name recognition, brand recognition, I was actually predicting that you had 200 stores in the UAE. So for me, it's almost an understatement that you have, I think it was 17?
Yes, 17, and now they are opening 10 more.
Correct.
So 27.
Presently, we have the functioning 17 stores and the 11 stores are one fit out. So by end of this August, September, so we would reach to easily 27 to 28 stores.
Congrats. My idea is, why haven't you looked at maybe packaging the product and bringing it to the retail side? You have a brand, you have the USP, which is the tea, the ingredients that you add to your tea.
Right.
Why not package that to something where you can distribute maybe Lulu, for instance?
Right. See, for the timings, my aim to reach all the customers and all corner. So it is easy for me to reach first of all the customer who are aware of the brand. Then reaching the 100 stores, we obviously planning for the trading. So take this the ingredients and the to supplying all the retail stores like Calico, Gian and Lulu as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody has any questions?
Sir, only one question, sir. See, this is irrespective of the fact you got 17 branches. In some of the branch, like Mankul, home delivery has not been made. Any particular reason, sir?
Actually, so my home delivery, we don't promote the delivery so far because we are getting the inquiry for the tea delivery. So we don't promote that. Nowadays we come up with the flask, tea flask. So we start do the delivery nowadays because before that there is no inquiry for the other than tea for the delivery. So now we are tying with the Zomato. We are starting for the delivery as well for next month onwards.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations for this.
Thank you.
My question is, what do you think that it's a USP for you? Your product, your first location, or your luck?
No, the three combined. So the three combined. So obviously luck is there and the tea recipe is there. So even the hard work as well. So to reach you this tea to different nationalities.
Any more questions?
Mahad, thank you very much for giving us energy to be like you. You are an example for us from the first point. And Alhamdulillah, we have to, all of us, now, everyone in the hall, I think everyone is thinking about how to create another team called his name or whatever. Thank you very much for that. I want to know what is the rule, or do you have a standard procedure to franchise?
Yeah, we have that. We made the franchise, there's a standard procedure of getting the franchising. So whoever interested for the franchising, so they would easily can make, there is an email ID we create for the franchising at feelingcafe.com. And there is a link in our website to who looking for the franchising. There is a franchising column is there to help to reach us easily for the franchise inquiry.
Sorry, last question. I know, okay, I do understand. So I want to know, like, franchising, since you are still new to the market and you are like not a Starbucks or another Kevin, New York Coffee, etc., but your target is to be more than or popular than them, how you facilitate the franchising and how you give training for their staff or etc.?
So we do train them. So we are inviting them here to train them, and we do the site training as well. So there is a team we made for the franchisee training. So any other questions?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the very interesting things which I found out when I was speaking to him is, he said that when the customers come to our place, they never are asked to leave, right? Even if somebody comes to you and he never consumes anything,
Right.
you still allow him to just sit there and hang out, right?
Right.
Quickly, can you just tell me what is your idea behind this thing?
Our caption slogan is empty and home, and even we are making them the ambience is like second home. They can sit even 1 hour, 2 hours, the whole day. So we don't knock them to good place the order. So we create that ambience is that their second home. So even my customers keep repeating, who come for morning, afternoon, even evening, they keep repeating. So even 80% of the customers are repeating in a day wise.
Excellent, thank you. I think we got some very good insights, right? He's a man basically who has just created a very beautiful brand. He knows what brand building is, even though he is not able to give us all the tips. But I think couple of two things. One is you make great tea,
Right.
and you make your customers feel at home.
Right.
I think that sums up your success story.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So this is the main thing. So
So, thank you all. I think for this amazing session. Thank you.
and thank you Next MBD for giving the wonderful platform to knowing for more customer and for allied bankers, and Alhamdulillah giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Next MBD.
Thank you. I think MBD is also following the same thing. All the customers feel at home with them. Right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Rafi. It was great listening to all the experiences and the entire thought process which has gone behind building up the concept of Philly Cafe. I'm sure everybody has had an interesting, talk, and I'm sure a lot of us will take back experiences and thoughts what Mr. Philly has shared with us. And as the gentleman said, a lot of us are thinking about launching another tea company. You might see few other tea cafeterias coming up as your competition in the future. Yeah. So thank you very much. Lunch is served, and please join us. Thank you.